Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, Bronny James has received 10 workouts, invites, Suns, Lakers, were among them. I told you guys at the combine, LeBron was like sitting like two, three rows in front of me. Not that I actually care. It's just LeBron James. I do love LeBron James, but like when when you're in the industry, you really don't fanboy. It's just people at their jobs. It's the best way I could describe it. And for me, looking at Bronny, I wrote in my winners and losers article that he was a winner, but for being a guy who was, undersized at 6'1", he has elite athleticism for a guy who's 6'1", for a guy who probably would have had to gone through the elite camp if he even were invited to the elite camp. He played, he performed above average, and I think the biggest thing people don't realize is I personally think Bronny James, if he were to try to make it in the NBA, he's going to have to. I think the people were saying like the Derek White comps aren't wrong, that he's going to have to be someone that will ask the grind a bit differently than others, due to the fact that he's going to have to be a defensive pass first guy. I truly believe that. Nothing against him. I think the kid has talent, but he's 6'1". Yes, he has a 7-foot wingspan, which is going to aid him in matchups, especially as a defensive guy. But he's more of a combo guard than a traditional point guard. So for whatever team that does have interest in acquiring him, it's not like you're going out there and you're getting a guy who has a set skill. He's kind of he's undersized for his true position. So I think that's just one of the things you have to think about if you were looking at him. And he says he's not going to take a two-way deal. I doubt he goes 22nd overall. We're also hearing that, his dad is not prioritizing playing with him anymore. So to me, I've said it before, I don't think he necessarily cares to play with his son, as people have made it seem like it is his dream. So that's one spot. But what do you guys consider if you're a fan of the Lakers? And I personally think it's interesting as all hell. But it's just to show like how this team has changed. Also, I hate how this is just lagging and has been the whole time, and I do apologize for that. But Bronny James, way better than I think people are giving him credit for. And in terms of people are overhyping him, but also people are underrating him. I think he's a guy, you draft him in the second round, you're going to have to put him in a contract because his agent's an asshole, but you have a chance to develop a guy who could have an impact. Best case scenario, he's a poor man's Derek White. He's probably closer to being Gary Payton with a jump shot with less athleticism. That's the reality of that situation. Not being rude, it's just what it is. And I don't know what people would want to hear outside of that, but that's how I view it. I don't know what they would want, but yeah, that's it. What do you guys think about that one? I think it's definitely interesting to say the least. And does it really matter? I don't know. It depends on what team you're cheering for. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts. If you're a fan of LeBron or the Lakers, if there's, or even you're a Bronny fan. I met a guy who was there taking pictures of Bronny. He was just a fan. It was his first NBA event. Really nice guy. It's always nice to meet kids for the first time, who are getting their feet wet in the industry. But yeah, I think it was definitely an interesting event when it came to how Bronny will be perceived as a prospect moving forward. But that's definitely more so about how the evaluation of him, due to the fact that his last name is LeBron James, but to each their own. So let's get to the next topic, ladies and gentlemen.